What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy Valentine's Day. Today is February the 14th, 2024. This video is named Reflections Being 22. Today I'm 23 years young and I thought I'd record 5 to 10 minutes of me reflecting on the past year being 22. Turning 22, I had just started another chapter of my life, finding more independence, more structure around a schedule, balancing my work life, my personal life, finding more hobbies, more interests, meeting more people, budgeting, traveling. In February I bought a Canon camera because for years I've been doing photography, and I thought, why not get a more fancy camera and work on my photography skills. I started hiking. I fell in love with hiking. Started creating more lengthy YouTube videos, getting into editing, past 1,500 subscribers. I did public speaking a few times for the first time, in front of about 30-40 people. I signed up for a half marathon. I started running, got outside my comfort zone quite a lot, explored the city that I'm in quite a lot, Christchurch. Overall, I had 80% of the year was incredible. By far it was the best year of my life. Feeling so healthy, not getting sick really, from running aspect to being hydrated more. And hopefully you can hear me because I'm right by the road and then by the Avon River with cicadas and birds chirping. But yeah, I had a lot of, well, not a lot, but I had the low moments in the year. I was adjusting and facing new challenges that I hadn't had before in my life. And I sought after help and I got it. I sought after advice from the people I cared about and I got it. I grew a lot in a year. I found out a lot as well, and through journaling, through reading, I think 5 hard copy cover books, about 6 on Audible, and a few more after that. And journaling, meditating, going to the gym more, running, as I said, really doing that soul searching. But there were challenges, and for a few months I had this weird feeling, and I did a video at the start of last year about it, which was feeling guilty, feeling annoyed, feeling stuck, and slipping back into habits and into the way I used to be when I was back before I moved cities. And I was annoyed. I was like, why am I feeling this way? I just did what I was wanting to do for so long, and I feel annoyed, but I'm really excited and happy. Just feeling all the emotions at one time. And yeah, I just felt this guilt, It took a while for it to actually sink in that you did something that was so big. And explaining it to people, they're like, wow, you were so brave. And I'd reckon honestly 1% of it was bravery, 99% of it was that feeling that if I did not make this decision I would regret it. And it was ultimately the right thing to do, and there would be a whole lot of benefit rather than negativity that would come out of it, you know. So I made that decision. It was funny, kind of. I kept the secret, or my secret, that, you know, I was moving out for so long. I told very few people. Behind the scenes, I was donating my stuff, I was selling my stuff, I was planning it out, looking for places to stay, and, you know, I moved islands in my country, North Island to the South Island. Having only been to the South Island for less than a week, like almost 5 years before, I did the full 360, you know. You know, I sold the car, I left the job, I was booking an Airbnb for a few weeks. I didn't have a job lined up, but I wasn't worried about that because, you know, there's plenty of places to get a job, and I got a good reference for my job before. But I moved out, you know, and it was this newfound sense of freedom that I got, and I was just so happy. And it's definitely been empowering. But like a quick background on where I was before 2022, it's really me, probably 17 to about 21 years old. I was dealing with a lot of stress, with a lot of anxiety, and feeling trapped and stuck and lost, like I was drifting through my life and someone else was, you know, metaphorically steering the captain's wheel on the ship. And it didn't really occur to me, but I was also too stubborn to admit that, you know, at a lot of points I was struggling a whole lot, and I isolated myself. I refused to get help. Part of my thing was I withdrew myself from situations, from my own family, from my own close friends, to pretty much everyone in my life, until I got to that point where, you know, I knew if I were to continue down this path for a week more, for 2 weeks more, for a month more, then it would get drastically worse. I finally made a breakthrough, start of 2021, and my life began to change. All because of 3 words I said at the hospital. And it was just, I need help. I need help. I'm struggling. It may seem like I'm tough, and I have all these coping mechanisms, you know. I had a lot of humor when I was younger. Not saying that I've lost it, but I used humor a lot as a mechanism to push people away and to hide the fact that I was struggling so much. But yeah, that's just like a reflection. But yeah, I hit rock bottom, you know, like I lost the ability to do so many normal things, to like interact with people, to be in a social situation, to go out of the house, to sleep properly. You know, my loss of appetite was massive. I didn't really have a lot of excitement and hope. So yeah, it was a few people that believed in me along the way. And then along the lines, the more people that believed in me and, you know, were like, Sam, you can do it, don't worry so much, because I've found that I have made all this progress, yes, and I will continue making all this progress, yes, but it's a decision. Of course, I and everyone will always have things, quote unquote, to worry about. Yes, you could be worried about the weather, you could be worried about pretty much everything, but now I choose to worry to a certain degree, but have more optimism. And because I have transformed my life and turned my situation around, I know that no matter how bad it seems, there is hope. Like, if you are still blessed to wake up in the morning, there is still hope. Yeah, like gratitude has been a massive thing for me, and I'm excited. I'm making a list for 23 things I want to achieve, being 23. Yeah, I got a little surprise, and this year is, it's so awesome. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. There's reflections on being 22. Hope you got some value out of that. Like, comment, share down below if it resonated, if it didn't, if it made a little sense, if it made a whole lot of sense. Subscribe, and thank you, and happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Let's make this next year the best year. And you're awesome. Thank you so much. Just gonna continue speaking. Peace, everybody. Have a great day and have a great rest of 2024. See you in the next video. Subscribe.